All right, and we're recording. Moons and Ewan, there they are.
Morning, morning.
Morning. How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was right. Sad to lose an hour of sleep. It's bloody daylight savings, but
Bloody daylight savings, man. Those cows
why
can
do
go
we
get
lose it?
screwed.
We
As
didn't
far
lose an hour, we gained an
We
hour.
gained an hour, you silly.
My God.
oh,
Obviously, not enough.
obviously not enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to use daylight savings when I was working at a big television station. I used to use it as an excuse to always to come in late, whether it went forward an hour or backward an hour. I'd be like, "Oh, daylight savings." They're like, "Yeah, but it's the wrong way."
It
Like,
happens every same time.
yeah, yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Well, the time difference between Australia and Germany gets worse, and the UK and everywhere else. So somehow it's annoying. But hey, welcome, Bam, in the audience. Nice, good to see an audience member. Um, all right, well, yeah. So last week, George can get everyone up to space with what I've been up to, basically, because I've just been doing all the meetings that George. So I'll hand it over to George.
Yeah, we are extremely busy this week in a good way, I think. So last week was a lot of chain link discussions over the build program still. We also really this week is where a lot of the stuff comes into fruition. So we've got a meeting with the Chainlink guys again today regarding contacts with VCs. We also have the announcement of the build, us being on the build program on Thursday. So that will be promoted by the Chainlink official marketing team and Twitter page. So that's hopefully going to give us some big traction there. So we'll build up to that day. We've got a few meetings this week in other sort of instances, partnerships such as Kyber Swap, just discussing what they can do in regards to some of our DEX solutions. We've also got a meeting, a recording actually with the community of Chainlink for Josh to go on Tuesday. That will be recorded and played to the Chainlink build community. We also, I'm trying to just read off this list I've got here. Yeah, there is so much more. We've got discussions with the previous partner Tokens Farm to be listed on there, potentially create our own pool, which is like a yield farming app. We have
Yeah, we're trying to make more use
Twitter
cases
Spaces.
for EuroS right now, so that people can take the EuroS and do stuff. So Tokens Farm will help with that.
Yeah. And we have a Twitter Spaces on our channel on Friday with GMX, Trader Joe, and When Moon Marketplace, which is an NFT marketplace on Arbitrum. Yeah, we'll keep everyone posted as we go along the week. There's definitely more. Oh yeah, X DeFi, which is a pretty cool wallet slash DeFi app there, looking for integration opportunities on there as well. So yeah, we'll post all the updates, relevant updates on the socials and especially in the community here.
Yeah, yeah. There's so much happening, and it's the thing. We also need to have a meeting with Camelot because there's just something going on with some of these. We're finding it very hard to get this TST Euro S pair up. It's this kind of infinitely small decimal. I don't know. It's just there's something up with it, and I think they need to do something on their end to like cancel the contract or something. I don't know. So we need a meeting. Do you reckon you could hook that up, George, with those guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll read. Yeah,
because otherwise we need to shift to Kyber or something else soon, because it's just frustrating. It's really frustrating. Yeah, we'll hand it over to Moons, because he was doing great work as well last week with the interface stuff.
Yeah, so last week with the help of Ewan, we managed to get the TST staking system implemented into the new and current standard interface. So that's a pretty big win. So you're now able to stake your TST for the EURS and integrate it with all the other systems we've got going on. And as well as that was a little bit of improvement, like the user experience flow, making it a bit more, letting the users know that when they use a certain function of the system, they get like a prompt to let them know about all the rest of the functionality, so that they can make the most of all of the features we've got available to them.
Yeah. It's really good. And one of the cool things we did was that when someone borrows EuroS now, a little modal info box pops up about the yield farming opportunity, the liquidity farming opportunity, I should say, is when you now it just says, hey, congratulations, you've just minted X amount of EuroS. Now go over to Camelot and for your share in between 10.3 and 93.1 or something percent APR. It's a huge win for anyone that takes advantage of it. So I hope that will attract more liquidity into it, and so that's really good, and it goes off with little fun confetti explosions. So it's cool. I love me a bit of confetti. But yeah, thanks a lot, Moons, and we'll discuss this week once this meeting's over. Ewan, hand it over to you.
Last week I was finishing the staking stuff for Arbitrum, getting those deployed and helping Zach get them set up in the front end, and then doing some more design, starting the development work for the liquidation pools. And I guess we'll probably talk about that in more detail in the product meeting after this. But yeah, this week I really want to focus on just developing those and try not to get too distracted by other bits and pieces. Otherwise, it's just not going to get done.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and just go sort of full time on those liquidation pools this week. That's the plan.
Yeah, it'd be really good. I think once they're up, it'll really give EuroS a really good use case for people to start buying EuroS and start adding with USDC and stuff like that, and adding more liquidity into the liquidity pools to gain those, because then people can take those EuroS and put them in to the liquidation pools for when to start earning, and when a liquidation happens, to buy those liquidated assets at 10% under spot. It'll be really useful. Awesome, Ewan. Great. I'm looking forward to it. We'll hand it over to Xanatas.
So basically, just trying to smooth things out in the liquidity pools, as just mentioned. I don't know what the Euro STST pair. Plus the Nitro pool we set up again beginning last week, or still going. So people get, like, if people supply Euro S and USDC into the Camelot, they can enable Nitro staking and they still get a reward. The APR is currently at 82%, so it's a pretty good deal. And there's around 86k of value already locked in the Nitro pool, but yeah.
Oh, that's
going
awesome.
good. That said, we can also then create after the TST Euro S pool is going, we will create also maybe a Nitro pool for this one. It probably just needs some work from Camelot. They might need to enable the gamma strategies there as well.
Yeah.
And also the TST ETH pool that's going, we can also actually enable Nitro there because the gamma is already enabled there. So more rewards for the community. That's great. Also, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Philip, and I look forward to those pools getting fatter, because it's just it's a just a pain point when you're starting out with this small liquidity. It's just hard, and this is why we're focused so much on one DEX in on Arbitrum instead of trying to go cross chain here, because I keep getting messages like, when are you going to launch on here and there? And I don't think people understand the complexities of just simply launching on one chain, with in terms of trying to garner liquidity. Um, yeah, it's just, and some of these dexes are so complex. I'm just grabbing my head around it as well, especially the V3 ones. They're really tricky to get to understand, to fully understand properly. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, but anyway, the development on our side is going really well. I'm really happy with everything and how it's going, and we're pushing stuff out on a weekly basis now, which is fantastic to see. And I'm getting really good feedback from the community as well. Like, oh, it's good to see that there's so much getting pushed, in terms of functionality. So it's really good and useful nature, especially being able to stake TST now and start to drop the rewards from all the fees getting paid into the system when people borrow. And I think people taking advantage of the cheap TST prices now as well, because once all the features are rolled out, I think there'll be a lot of rewards being ready to be pulled up by anyone owning TST. So yeah, I think we're on the right track, guys. Has anyone got any other questions or asks or blockers for this week?
No, I just hope we're going to advertise the staking a bit into the community.
Yep.
And yeah, TST price going up as well. So I also advertise this one, almost at 1 cent again. So it's great.
Oh yeah, that's good to see. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, cool. All right. Well, Thorex, was there anything from your end? Don't want to miss out on the community side.
Actually, I only have update of the community, and that is we are going to launch a new community campaign from the next month. So I hope everyone will join to that campaign to get some rewards as well.
All right. I didn't quite understand it because the audio is a bit shit. So, what was the campaign? Sorry, Thorex.
The details will be revealed very soon. I don't want to share it right now, but there will be a campaign for the community.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Well, community, if you're out there, keep an eye on the general chat and also on the announcements, where Thorex will post stuff that you guys can participate in. Lots of fun stuff. Thanks again for everybody listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you around the traps.